What is up, guys? Welcome to day 87 of Fusion. Our time is coming to an end, and so is my making videos for Fusion. We got, including this video, 13 left, so let's make them count. What we're going to be making today is a worm gear system. So we're going to have a 30-tooth gear connected to a worm gear to change your direction of rotation, or your axis of rotation. This is a little complicated, involved part, but back in day 85 and 86, we've already downloaded and uploaded these VEX parts. All I'm going to be doing is pulling the pieces I need in, and then also going to be maybe trying to use some new functions, we'll see how it goes, that we haven't used before. Okay, the first thing we do is go to new part, and our new file, new design. We're going to save this. Let's call this 87 for the video. We're going to pull on my plate, my 4x4 plate, and then we're going to go ahead and lay this on flat. Hit OK, and then just like how we do every part so far, at the first part of every part, there's going to be something grounded, something that doesn't move, and that's going to be this base plate. Next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pull on a shaft bushing. This is something an axle is going to rotate in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and hit J for joint. And that looks a little ugly. It's a little crowded. So I'm actually going to move this out. Hit J for joint now. And what we're going to be using is this inside of our bushing. And so when you use the snap fittings or the bushings, you don't want to be using these flat faces as your joints. What you're going to be using are either the top or the bottom of the snap fitting on the inside. So I'm going to click on this top of the bushing right here, and I know it's going to sit right there. And instead of a rigid, we're going to do a revolute. Cool, everything looks good so far. Let's go ahead and take a 2-inch shaft, and let's move it up just a little bit. Hit J, hit OK, J for joint. Go ahead and click on the end of the shaft and the bottom of the bushing right here. You notice it's already stuck with a revolute. That's because that's the last motion we did. We want this as a rigid though. That way when our bushing rotates, our axle rotates with it. Okay, I'm going to hold off on, actually no, let's go ahead and throw it in there already. Let's go ahead and throw in our 32 or 36 tooth gear. Okay, throw it in there, throw a little bit out of the way so it's easy to use. I'm going to go to the face of my gear, hold down the control key so it allows me to select the center of that face, and zoom out just a little bit. And we're going to go and slide this on down until it's about, let's say about ½ an inch away from the bushing. I'll probably have to adjust this later, but what I notice is that the gear and the axle spin together inside the bushing, and the bushing rotates on the plate. Everything is looking phenomenal. Okay, let's go ahead and throw in some of our other pieces. We got this corner. This corner is going to be over here. It's going to be rotating downwards, and we're going to go ahead and rotate it 180 degrees. That way it's just positioned approximately where I need it to be. And that way I don't run into any of the problems when I'm doing my joints. So I'm going to J for joint. We're going to find the top of our snap fitting. And we're going to rotate this downwards. And we're going to go top of that peg right there. Everything else should be lined up pretty nice and neat. Click OK. And next, I believe we're going to have a connector pin. We're going to bring this around, click OK, hit J for joint, and we're going to use the top of our peg here to fit on the outside of that there. Almost, I'm going to flip it around. That way it fits in there snugly, the way it's supposed to be, and then click OK. All right, now let's try some new commands here. Let's hit M for move, but rather than just regular move, we're going to have components selected. We're going to choose this peg, and we're going to create a copy. That way when I move this down, it'll keep my first connector pin there and put my second connector pin in place. Now this isn't fixed in there yet. We're gonna do something here in a moment about that, but I need to throw my plate as well. So throw in our 2x2 plate or beam and move it out of the way a little bit so it's easy to use. Hit J for joint. Get the outside edge of my plate with the inside edge of, there we go. Let's zoom out just a little bit to make sure everything fits the way it's supposed to. Looks great. Go ahead and click OK, and there we go. Everything is kind of in the place it needs to be. On this other side, we're going to be doing all of this again. So instead of repeating all that, let's try something else out. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to click down on this Assemble tab and create a rigid group. And so what we're going to do, let's go ahead and capture this position. What we're going to do is we're going to group together a couple of components, and it's going to act as one component or one grouping. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of these parts and then click OK. So what this should do for me is that all of my pieces now act as one group. And when I hit the M command key, I wonder if, oh, yep, see it's acting as one rigid group. So let's collect on all these. Let's get that selected. Got my two pieces. Oh, let's try this again. Not working. Try it again. There we go. We're going to components. We're going to select the components that we want to copy. 3, 4, and we're going to create a copy. There we go. Something was funky going on my first selection. Anytime something's not going right, escape, get out of there, be done with it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go ahead and pull this out. We're going to rotate it around. There we go. Click OK. Now, this should work. I'm curious. Let's see. Does this separate? Oh, it does. So instead of doing that, let's make this another rigid group. Let's rigidize all of these parts. Hey, look at that. All right. Okay. Hit J for joint. And zoom in on the bottom of the circle here and the top side of this hole. Now remember, this is a preview, so when I click OK, everything else should snap along with it. But I'll make sure the other pegs lined up. Looks good to me. Hit OK, and there we go. We've officially done a rigid group, copied it, thrown it over there. Just found out maybe you didn't need to do the rigid on the first one. Anyways, let's keep going. So I got my 4-inch shaft. We're gonna go ahead and throw that in there. Hit J for joint. Throw this shaft in through this top hole right here. We're gonna slide it down where it's about even, and then click OK. All right, one more piece to throw in here. And where is it at? There's my worm gear, down at the bottom. There we go. Hey, we're not even at the 10-minute mark. That's awesome. Okay, go ahead and throw that part in there. Hit J for joint. If you've been following along in these videos, you probably already know that. I don't even know why I keep saying it. So we're going to have we're going to go ahead and slide in our worm gear to approximately be where we need it to be. When it comes to VEX parts, you can put in bushings and kind of ways to stop the gears from sliding. But for this, we're just going to throw it in where it's approximately where we need it to be. There is one mistake, though. I made this axle a rigid constraint. So I'm going to go back and right-click, edit this joint, and instead of a rigid, we're going to make it a revolute. Click OK, and there we go. Everything looks great. Now, the last thing we need to do is to connect the rotation of our 2 gears, and we are done. So I'm going to click on Motion Link. We're going to link together these 2 gears. So I'm going to say the first revolution and this second revolution are going to revolve. The first thing we have to denote is the direction. So I believe I'm going to have to reverse these and definitely figure out my gear ratio. We don't have quite the time to get into it in this video, but I believe it's going to be a 360 to 10 degree ratio. Click OK. Now that video is working a little fast, but if I escape out of it, we are working exactly as expected. Man, look at that. Is there even there's not even any overlap. This is beautiful. Chef's kiss. Perfect. Alright guys, these videos are super fun to make. If you need help with any of them or you got some good ideas for me, please feel free to let me know. I don't know what that was. Please feel free to let me know down in the comment section. I would love to help out and reach out in any way you'd like to. I'm not sure what's going to be in store, but I'm going to make good content rather than fast content. So it might be a few moments between now and the next video. But until then, take care, and I'll see you on the next video. See you guys.